Hello, everyone, and welcome again to Backyard Business. And, originally, as I've often said, we used to be in my backyard. Of course, it's freezing cold. Who wants to be in your backyard right now? So now we're going to others' backyard. And we're here at Second Harvest Food Bank. And by the way, the Chamber's Snowball upcoming, and that is our beneficiary and someone I love working with and really have a long history with. Sandra, you're amazing, and it's so great to have you. And this place is amazing, and we're going to tell you all the story about what happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be with you and to be with the Chamber. And so I'm excited to share what Second Harvest does. Second Harvest Food Bank of the Lehigh Valley in Northeast PA is a program of Lehigh Community Action Lehigh Valley. And our work is so important because it feeds people in this region, not just in this region, but in 6 counties in Pennsylvania. So Lehigh, Northampton, Carbon, Wayne, Pike, and Monroe, all the way up to Pike County, right? So there's a lot of people that need help. Community Action Lehigh Valley, our mission is to support people and to get out of poverty. And so one of the main things that Second Harvest does well for over 40 years is to feed people and to make sure that people are not food insecure.
Yeah.
And so we work with 200 different pantries in the Lehigh Valley and beyond in those 6 counties.
And so people know, by the way, it's that fascinating me. Pantries means they're not yours.
Yeah.
So you found partners.
Yes.
You get the food to them, they get the food to the community.
Exactly.
And I love that because really it's a really grassroots,
Absolutely.
You're finding people, they know how to reach people.
Absolutely. Exactly. So we can't be everywhere. So that's why we rely on partners, just like the Chamber does, right?
Yeah.
So the partnership is really important. And so as a community, we see so much generosity here in the region, and being able to work. If you see behind us, so many different, from government funding we rely on, from donations to grants to corporations that are giving, to just people that want to say, I just want to start a small food drive with my church or with my faith group or with my school, just to give back in some way. And they rely on Second Harvest to be able to be that distribution mechanism.
So every little bit is what you're saying, every little bit counts. I know it sounds, cheesy, but it does. Every little bit means something. So
it does.
You just said it. So a church or whomever, first of all, it just shows that people care.
Exactly.
And you see it.
We see it firsthand. And
why am I folding my arms like this? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
So what I think the most important thing is being able to support our neighbors that are really in most need. The senior box pack is going on right now as we're speaking. And senior box pack is really important because, as you know, as people age, it's hard for people to get access. They're not as mobile. They're not able to go to grocery stores. So getting a box is really important with all of the monthly staples at the plate, if you will. They used to be called the pyramid. And so now it's the plate. So it's the fruits and vegetables and your proteins or and it's delivered to those seniors, over 2,000 in the region and beyond. So
when you said,
really
as you know, as people get older, referring to me? Is that why you said,
Not
as
at
you
all.
know?
What are you, like 30? That's it. I mean, come on.
So let's talk about, recently, I just remember it was really high on the radar that there was, the supply was low.
Yeah.
So what was that about and how'd you get out of it?
So what that was about was a crazy turn of events, right? So many different things coming at one time, whether the government was shut down, right? We had to figure that out. And then the state and the federal government. And we rely on the federal and the state for major supplies. For example, the SFPP, it's a state food purchase program, and the budget was passed in November of 25. So we're waiting to be able to get funding in that way to continue to provide more and more support, because guess what, the pantries are seeing an increased need of people coming. I mean, really, it's been
why would you say that?
Why? Because people are struggling in a lot of different ways, whether they're losing their job or whether the prices are getting higher, and so we're seing that influx.
When you're buying food, and again, a lot of it's donation, but there's a combination, as you said. So with the dollars that you get, federal or state, are people, that's a crazy question, but are people good to you when do they realize that you're doing good work, and do you get better pricing, or do you have really good people that know? I'm just thinking how purchasing is important to you.
Definitely. So our purchasing power is amazing because we're able to purchase a lot of these goods at a really low cost for us. So then we're able to distribute to those different pantries, those 200 pantries. We also get an amazing amount of donations coming in from, Wakefern or Weiss, ShopRite, and Starbucks. We have a really great Yeah, and those are just some of our partners that we live in a really food rich region. So if you see the Lehigh Valley, the Lehigh Valley is always thriving,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we're blessed.
But there's also a lot of generosity that comes from these larger corporations, and we're only looking to increase that. Corporations that like Air Products that will be coming in at 2 p.m. today to be able to donate their ramen food drive, and they
Yeah.
did that from the kindness of their heart. And in partnership with United Way. I want to highlight. In the time of crisis, the United Way, the Community Foundation, and our organization worked together to ensure that those pantries, those 200 pantries, were able to have the food that they needed when the shutdowns were occurring.
I don't want to miss which I think is really important. So we're talking about the dynamics in here, which is amazing. I don't want to miss who's the end. I mean, so someone that wants to contribute or feels the emotion, who gets the, when you're down into the pantry, so all this works. Now the food's at the pantry.
Yeah.
Who's getting that food? So
it could
single
be
mom with 3 children.
It could be anybody. It could be somebody that has a full-time job that's working, but something happened. He had a car accident, and they're behind on medical bills. They're behind on rent. Things like that. We are really only one major issue away, a majority of Americans, from being homeless, having to rely on food pantries, food banks, and really just the kindness of, we are the social safety net in America. That's what makes America amazing, is the all of these resources, these natural resources that we have that we're supplying.
Give me one example of one of your pantries, though, that would say, they're in the trenches, they're in there, and they're in the neighborhood, they're supplying food.
The largest food bank, Allentown Ecumenical, which supports so many different individuals in Allentown. We have the Northeast Community Center in Bethlehem.
Oh, so they have their own distribution center too.
Well, not a distribution center, but a pantry.
Gotcha.
So we are for Second Harvest, we are the distribution center for the 6 counties in Pennsylvania. But there are Second Harvests all across the nation through the Feeding America network. That we again.
Oh, I thought it was great. So I thought it was just like a local group. So it's
it's a national group that we are under. Feeding America. We have strict guidelines on how we procure food, how we operate, from finances, etc. So it's a really good, and it's all under the umbrella of community action.
We're going to take a walk in a minute, but before I just want to make sure we get down to it gets into the spot in downtown Allentown, so people know their giving reaches people.
100%. And they're reaching local people. They're reaching their neighbor that they had no idea was relying on food banks. They're reaching people all the way up in the north that they wanted to give up, maybe in the Pocono Mountain region, but we support in that.
Yeah, so gotcha. So we're gonna let me know that. Oh, we got a couple more minutes. Oh, good. Okay. So as you said, corporate and just a combination of so much, and it's just so impressive. How many staff? How many people? For instance, how many are working?
So in community action altogether, we're over 70 different staff. Wow. But here we have 20 people with tons of volunteers that come in, thousands of volunteers that come in every single week.
Really?
Not thousands in a week, but thousands in a year.
Yeah.
And again, those students, we had Lafayette here, that we have Air Products that will be here again. Wow. We have PPL, LVHN, Jefferson, St. Luke's. So many people that come into this region just to volunteer and to give back in some way. So
that's
it's
amazing,
really amazing. People from all faith groups as well.
Yeah. Yes. And as you said, the need is never ending. It's and getting worse instead of better. You would think with all the affluence in this country, in this valley, you would think that but it's not everyone. It's not everyone's there.
It is increasing, and it's increasing all around the world. But one thing that really gets me going, waking up in the morning, is that America is the richest in resources, and we can't have it happen here.
Yeah.
And so that gets me up every single day to know that I can't let that happen on our front in the Lehigh Valley. And I feel like that's, a calling for us as an
You do an amazing job. You really do.
The people do. We have an amazing staff.
But it must be your time at the chamber that you spent. Yeah. You used to be at the chamber with us, which was amazing. We loved having you.
That was the genesis of it all, and I'm grateful.
Good training ground.
Yeah, it was training ground. That it really was a training ground. And I if I were to say to any young person, if they have an opportunity to get involved with the chamber or to become an intern with the chamber, go and do it.
Yeah. And I always like to mention Ellie and Bailey. They're an example.
Amazing.
They're
amazing.
Incredible. So so we do this backyard business. So again, this is your backyard. We're going to take a walk. You're going to show us around a little bit, but I do want to say, maybe you want to say it. Yeah. We need your help. You need their help.
So please give to Community Action Lehigh Valley and Second Harvest Food Bank. And we have 11 different programs in the region to help our neighbors get out of poverty. It's the most, really an incredible mission, and in partnership with such great organizations like the Chamber, we really, we need your help. So give, donate, volunteer. We're here for it.
Yeah, you're good. Maybe I should get lost and you should do
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
you trained me. Come on now.
Yeah, true. All right, we're going to go take a walk. All right, so here we are. This is where it really gets done. And I want to tell you, Sandra, this does my heart good.
Yeah.
That, I hope we never run out of good people that really,
Absolutely.
I mean, this is who is this group now?
AARP, and these are regular volunteers that come in to do the senior box packs to support our seniors in the community that are in need of food.
Such great people,
Yeah,
unbelievable. And an example of how this all works. I'm looking around at the racks of food, and I guess it gets down, as you said, the boxes, which are pretty cool and pretty plentiful.
Absolutely.
So you hand these to seniors? And,
Absolutely.
And
over 2,000 different seniors.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And the community shows up in such an amazing way. Like you see behind us, we'll see some B-roll of it, but the community comes in and just wants to donate, wants to give. They know that there's a mechanism, and they're doing it, and they're supporting their neighbors in most things. It's kind of like almost a silent protest in a way, of saying, I want to give because I see that there's injustice happening, and I want to keep giving more. And we're just really just so grateful for living in this region and being able to see that.
So again, the parent organization here is
Community Action,
which is incredible, and what they've done and the impact they've had forever. And of course, again, then it gets down to this and feeding people. How many people do you think you'll feed in a year's time?
So with all of our pantry systems and supporting us, over 125,000 individuals. Wow. And that includes families, children, seniors, military individuals, and veterans. I mean, really just really important work.
That's what motivates you.
Every day. We get up every single day. Not just me, our entire team. And, from an organizational perspective, we're over at 200,000 people that we serve.
Hey, thank you all. Really nice people.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Thank you so much.
Just doing it because they love the community. So, all right, let's wrap it up because we got something important coming up. And no one can sell it better than you.
So Saturday, February 21st is going to be the Snowball. And this is a really amazing gala that is near and dear to all of our hearts, but Second Harvest Food Bank is the beneficiary, and we're ready to rock. So please come, get your tickets.
And a great place, Wind Creek, which is absolutely fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
They'll be there.
We'll match.
We'll all be there.
We got to get Wendy, you, me, and we're all going to try and coordinate our outfits. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, backyard business, great backyard, doing great work, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome.